Hi guys, thank you for coming to my channel, Heavenly Star Tarot. I am back and I will be doing my Libras today. This is going to be a general reading. It can apply to your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. Energies go back and forth. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's whoever you're connecting with, dealing with, surrounding you. Ooh, the Six of Cups, huh? I did feel a lot of family energy with you guys, actually. Someone, a long lost somebody coming back. But before I get started, let me do my little prayer. If you guys want to skip through, 45 seconds approximately from now. I call love and light, angels, spirit guides, higher self, all that is divine and heavenly. Please help me give my Libras the perfect message that is intended for them to receive, that will help them, guide them, show them on their true life purpose. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, could be dealing with a Sagittarius. It feels more like a big change. Something big. Overall energy was involving like marriage, home, family, children, maybe moving, having to relocate, even like the blending, combining one family dynamic with the other, kind of like the Brady Bunch, and trying to figure that out. You know how that's going to work, where both sides are have their needs met and are not feeling left out, if that applies in some way. But overall, definitely in the pursuit of happiness. But when you think about it, isn't that kind of everybody's goal? Pursuing happiness? But it was a big theme with you guys. Also, energy that some of you guys might be dealing with from the past. That Six of Cups was actually also past energy, or some experience from your past childhood, even probably some possible trauma from before. Something has fallen apart, not built on a solid foundation. So like that tower moment, unexpected, could have to do with trust, loyalty, truth, not getting the whole truth, whether it's being revealed or just that knowing that something is on the up and up, something isn't being said, something is being hidden, and currently probably struggling to find answers, and some not getting along energy, arguments, sibling rival. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know, not getting along with your brothers and your sisters and your cousins and your parents. That's not sibling, but back to this. Future energy. Not feeling strong enough to leave and find your own happy. Your own happy. Trying to, well, pursuit of happiness, it's in the name. Okay, my Libras. Sorry that I'm kind of rambling. That's just what, is happening at the moment. The King of Cups. Really emotional energy. Things are being said. So I'm going to do a quick 3-card spread. Let's see how that goes. Try not to last forever because I want to get all these done. Okay. This one just wants to pop out. You have the Ten of Swords. So, in the past, some of you guys might not be going through it yet. But this is something very hard, very difficult, an ending. whether it's a separation, a divorce, a job, something has ended. Different reasons, obviously, but there's that sense of betrayal, feeling backstabbed, feeling left out. Something really hurt you, feeling like they just left you for dead. And if it's not you, then who you're connecting with surrounds you, this is how they feel about you. Like, how dare you? How dare you leave me? How can you say it's over? Did it mean nothing to you? Feeling hurt. Like, I'm sure there's a reason for the way this felt, why this is felt, but getting very emotional about it. Very emotional. Can't believe it. You know? Never would have expected this. Present energy. For some of you, this is in regards to your health, just not haven't been feeling this, the same, knowing there's some kind of change, major change is happening in your life because of what has been said to you. Your next card is the King of Pentacles. Earth energy. This is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo energy that you could be dealing with. Doesn't have to be a king, it could be a queen. Let's not, focus on the gender. It's the energy. Or you could just have this in your chart. But this King of Pentacles is about stability. It's about feeling grounded. It's someone that, when we're talking about a person, is somebody that's very responsible, very reliable. They're about their money. They know how to make money. They know how to keep money. They're focused. They have, they're entrepreneur-like. Pretty good with money. So this could be the focus. Something had to end so you can focus on your financial independence, on your home, on your family, your immediate circle. Others of you, it could be job related, where could have been without a job or employment for a while, could have been laid off, and that felt pretty devastated. Your identity, you might have identified yourself with or where you were employed. Could have been doing it for a long time, and then if it just is over, it's like, well, what do I do now? How am I going to survive? That's all I knew. That's all I ever did. That's all I ever thought about. So now what? So this is gaining clarity and possibly a new opportunity to either be your own boss, do something different that actually will help you tremendously financially. Could even be better. Like that had to end so that this new opportunity could begin, could be introduced into your life. There might have been a settling type a situation before, was like that's all you knew, so you didn't even think about anything else. It could be a family business too, doing something with the family where they're caught up in the same situation. So it's like, well, why don't we put our money together, put our heads together, and do something together to get a family thing. Your next card is the Two of Swords. That chick with the blindfolds. I think everybody's been having this one. Decisions. Thinking. Something needs to be done. But not closing your eyes out to the situation, whether you're doing it on your own, not wanting to deal with that person, that place, that situation, and just letting it go and leaving it up to the universe. Let go, let God, trusting that. And others, it's something that needs to be said, that needs to be taken action upon. This decision needs to be made. it's coming up to that time to decide on what's going to be done. You can't ignore it anymore, or you're being asked not to ignore it anymore. What you going to do? The elephant in the room, right? How long are you going to live with that elephant in your room? I'm saying. You would have a big old room because elephants are big. And how did they get in the room, right? Just kidding. Okay. This one wants to pop out. Apparently, a lot of communication. The Eight of Wands. So this is very fast energy. Something is happening very fast. Maybe that's why you need to decide. Decide now. You're being asked to do so. Could be a long distance offer, because wands are about something like a passionate endeavor, getting a lot of emails back and forth, texts, phone calls. There's a lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth. For a percentage of you, I do feel that this is an employment situation where you're being asked to go do all that is needed when you get a new job. You know, go do the drug test. Go through the background check, submit documents, passports, certifications, vaccinations, stuff like that. But it happens pretty fast. And then I also see like that online dating, hearing from someone that you were trying to ignore, or you just thought they didn't have eyes for you anymore. They could have blocked you, or you blocked them, but very unexpectedly receiving a call, them expressing how they're feeling, or letting you know what happened, why they stopped talking, why they stopped calling, something like this. Maybe because they were going through something in their life and that ended, so now, they are able, or you are able to focus. Beneath the deck, you have the Knight of Wands. Okay, now they're free apparently. Taking action. Sagittarius energy. This is very unexpected, out of nowhere. Rushing in with the passion. The only thing with that Knight of Wands is that they come in with the passion, but they don't always stay. One night stand for some of you. Or it could have been a one night stand at one time, or someone that you connected with and had more of what would we call that? Booty call. Someone that, it reminds me like that truck driver energy, where someone is just in town once in a while and you meet up, hook up, but then going where they need to go, or you, right? It wasn't consistent. It wouldn't really last long. So then not seeing that potential of anything else like marriage or something long term. Work related, I always like that Knight of Wands when it has to do with employment, because it's some offer coming in, someone taking action, and it's like news coming in, exciting news that makes you motivated, inspired, go for what it is that you desire, starting that new project, and communication coming in because of it, where you can decide, once you know where your paycheck is going to come from, that you have a job, or there's stability around the corner, then you can make plans accordingly, right? Now, let's clarify. But it seems like something wasn't possible and it's becoming possible because something has ended to make it possible. What is this Ten of Swords about? You have Judgment in reverse. Okay. Somebody wanting a second chance. There was an opportunity. I feel like there was no more second chances either offered or accepted. This is another opportunity at something that apparently came around a lot. Probably this inconsistent energy. But being in a place where not giving them the opportunity because you know what it entails. You know that at the end of the day, you feel like they're going to hurt you, or they just have hurt you or betrayed you. It's complicated. It's difficult. So not accepting that offer, not wanting to give this a second chance. Others of you, a call that you were waiting for, an opportunity that you were expecting that didn't come through, and you thought like, well, it's over then. What else am I going to do now? But it was necessary because that wasn't for you. It could have been at one point, but not anymore. And this is like a resurrection of something else, to do something else, to get you out of that settling energy. Now, it could actually also be like a divorce type thing where or separation, where you're kind of forced to be on your own. So you're making more responsible decisions because there's more than you involved. Also some kind of like father type of energy. Like taking on both roles of father and mother. Then you have the Three of Swords in reverse. So this is some heartbreak. Something painful. Somebody hurt you. Others of you, this is you recovering from something painful. Probably all them freaking swords in your back there. That's why it's like I can never do this with you again. You just there's no more space in my back for your swords to get me. Not gonna do that anymore. Over it. So for this person to come back into your life and try to resurrect this relationship, this partnership, it's just, so much time has passed that you or have been able to heal or are healing or in a better place, more comfortable, more stable, heading towards a different direction, a better direction, more, also, it just makes more sense. Where before it could have been very inconsistent and not, also like a job type thing where it was temporary, it wasn't long term. Again, you couldn't really depend on it. So this is being a different mentality where now you're making plans. You're making like that 5-year plan. You have different goals, or you're keeping to your goals. Because the emotional aspects aren't there to affect you and make you go back. So I like this. Others, if it's a hardship situation that you were dealing with, it's recovering from it and getting yourself out of that, seeing a way out. Maybe got a loan. Maybe that's the loan from a family member, a father, or you could have younger children and you're helping them recover from what they've gone through, helping them heal, letting them come back, and being like the rock, having support, being supportive, and kind of closing your eyes to that they did, because at the end of the day, they're family, and you want to show that you're there, or they want to show you that they care. There's a lot of stuff coming out here, my Libras. Clarifying the Two of Swords is the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. So there's been some enlightenment happening. You see the light. This is a position of feeling stuck, things being in limbo. Maybe that's why this decision couldn't be made, because there was more information that was needed, or there was nothing happening because you were put in a place so you can see, take off the blindfolds and see their side, see your side, look at everything from a different angle, a different perspective, like he's upside down. So it's like looking at it upside down, and then turn around and see it all, see the whole picture, and then have what you need to decide. And then that's where this communication, then you can speak on it, then you can speak your truth, then you can go for that, possibly relocating, or taking that leap of faith towards what you've desired to do, wanted to do, or getting news about it. Maybe you thought it was forgotten. You didn't get any news from them, so you didn't know which step to take. Should you stay where you are? Should you relocate? It's like, what am I going to do? I don't have any news. So this is either the universe coming in and making you see, or making you see why it was so difficult before. It was difficult because you weren't meant to be in that place anymore. You weren't meant to, whether it's mentally, that, or however that is, right? Apply it accordingly. But this is just enlightenment. A epiphany. There you go. That's an epiphany. The Eight of Wands is clarified by strength in reverse, Leo energy. Could be dealing with a Leo, or you have Leo in your chart. Okay, so this strength is in reverse. It seems like some of you guys didn't think that you could do this, that you could start this, or you were told that you couldn't do this, start this. This is a lack of courage. Or they didn't feel they can talk about it. They feel the way they feel, you feel the way that you feel, but been stuck as to how to say it, when to say it. Is it the right time? Will they reject it? Will they reject me? A bit of insecurity there, not feeling confident enough to go for it, to communicate it, to take that trip. Scared, even a little bit scared, not feeling strong enough. Let me get one more card for that. It was just easier not to do anything and just, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But sometimes you have to take action. It's taking action. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So it could have something to do with a home where something in your home environment forced you to look at things where maybe it was time to see even leaving the home or selling the home. Like, well, if I can't afford to live here anymore, even though this could be like a family home, you could have been there for a while, then having the courage to accept help, you know, to let the ego go and ask for help, get a loan, communicate that. It doesn't make you weaker. Some would say that makes you stronger because you're being responsible. You're not closing your eyes to it. So something in the home situation, family situation isn't working out the way you expected. So having the courage to communicate about it and, you know, get some help. Or even, I'm seeing like subletting or getting a roommate or getting some kind of help like that. Others of you, this is some disappointment in regards to, like, let's say you didn't get the home that you applied for or the lease that you applied for, right? Could be because of the finances. Not qualifying. It seems like not qualifying. But, you know, everything does happen for a reason. So maybe you might just not know it yet. It could just be a blessing in disguise. Like, you have no idea. Maybe you didn't get that home because it was going to be one of them money pit situations. Or that place of employment, that job that you wanted, the communication, there wasn't, the promise wasn't there. They promised a certain amount, but turns out it wasn't that. Something like this. Y'all have a lot of stuff going on. Hey, when were you upside down? You know, I don't really look at my cards when I'm doing this, so I can't tell. So you guys are probably, why is she over here shuffling and there's cards upside down? Well, I see them now. And the chick with the blindfolds is in reverse, so this is good. Taking them off. Deciding, making a decision. And for some of you, it's just not willing to take that leap of faith. Not willing to take that leap of faith. But you're going to see why. It makes more sense. That wasn't the right thing. Something better will be coming along. Or you have a different idea. It's going to guide you in a different path that you might think is not, it's a letdown, but it's actually like a setup for something better. Beneath the deck, you have Temperance. In reverse, more Sagittarius energy. Are you guys dealing with a Sagittarius? Okay. So Temperance has to do with balance. It has to do with timing. It wasn't the right time. Also has to do with patience. And was the same thing, right? Timing, patience. Having to go and put your foot in, you know? Test the waters. I see too, like, a little bit of overindulgence, things needing to be done more in moderation. There's some excessiveness happening. Oh, okay. So, the King of Cups, I like that. Emotions. If you would have, how can I explain this? Emotionally, you weren't ready, or they weren't ready for this step. There were still some challenges. There was still something done in excess. So if it would have been done at that time with being emotionally unavailable or overreacting, I feel like that drama queen type of energy, making the other feel guilty, then it would have been the same cycle here of giving it a second try and then getting over on you, or that, I'm gonna say you because this is yours, like saying, well, Libra's gonna let me get away with everything. I just have to turn on the charm and the passion, and I could get away with whatever I want. And in this state here that maybe you've dealt with, it would have been the same pattern. But because you were stuck, you were held in this position of not knowing and not communicating, or just whatever happened where you couldn't, then there was time that passed that helped with the healing and get that grounded, feeling independent, feeling more like you can do it, stronger, which is a good thing. There it goes. I was trying to make it all short, but apparently not. Okay, my Libras. So now, and remember, this is just the energy. Nothing is set in stone. You have free will. So when you're aware of certain, possibilities, then you could make better decisions. Especially when you see like, oh, things are not as bad as I think. Then you know that in advance. So there's no reason to stress about it. And take that time to take care of yourself instead of stressing. Now, ask me a question after hearing what you heard. That was a lot of cards. Seeing what you've seen, what would you like to know? Look for a sign. So I feel that time that you might feel like nothing is happening is so that you can, again, see things, meet other people. It's like being, you know how they say being at the right place at the right time? This is like being in the wrong place, but it's going to be the right time. Does that make sense? That you would have never been there. But because you were kind of stuck there, things is going to be some kind of sign, like an epiphany. Where is it at? My goodness. Okay. Your angels have a very special and specific answer to your question. You can expect to see signs right away that will have deep meaning to you. Many people see white feathers to indicate that their angels are with them, or they may smell scents from their childhood that they connect with family members. Signs require focused attention, so be awake to the possibilities. Don't mistake synchronistic events for mere coincidence at this time. They are a message, especially